Welcome back to Cooking on the Spectrum. Today we are going to make a chicken broccoli casserole with our guests, Millie and Bob. First of all, what you'll need is 2 chicken breasts, some fresh or frozen broccoli, 2 cans of cream of broccoli soup. You can also use cream of mushroom soup or cream of chicken soup. I have lactose-free marbled cheese because I am lactose intolerant. I'm aware there's dairy in that. And some penne noodles. I'm also going to be making a salad later, and I'll show you those ingredients as we go. So first of all, heat the oven to 350. I like to use convect bake. If you don't have that option, that's okay. So I'm going to do 350. Check the oven where the rack is, it's good. And now we're going to prepare our chicken. First of all, we're going to need a cast iron pan or any frying pan that you would prefer to use. And that is where we're going to cook the chicken. I almost forgot, before I start preparing the chicken, I filled this pot 3/4 of the way with water, a pinch of salt, and some olive oil. And then my cast iron pan or whatever pan you have, I lined with oil again. And we're going to turn that on medium heat. Low to medium heat. It's going to heat up. And as for the water, we're going to go ahead and turn it right on high to start a boil. Alright, back to the chicken. So I have some kitchen food cutting scissors. You can use a knife, you can use regular scissors, whatever you have. So first, I'm going to take the chicken and I'm just going to cut it up really into smaller pieces. Like so. Doesn't take long. I'm just trying to be careful, especially with contamination and everything. Don't want to get chicken juice anywhere. So I will cut this up and I'll be right. Now that I've got my chicken all cut up, I'm just going to take some garlic powder. Now it's garlic powder, not garlic salt, because you have the option to add salt if you want, salt and pepper. I'm just going to do garlic, but if you'd use garlic salt and salt, it'll be way too salty. So just a decent sprinkle. Mix it up. Like so. Another little sprinkle. I really like garlic, so this is what we're working with now. Put this in the frying pan. It's good to put the dishes that had the chicken on them directly in the dishwasher or in a sink, and then you need to disinfect the sink also. I'm just going to use the dishwasher because I have that. Now I'm just going to spread the chicken out with a little wooden spoon or spatula or whatever. This one's actually part of tongs. I don't know, I just grabbed this one. So the pan is still heating up. You can put it in when it's really hot, but I find like I don't need it too high of a temperature because I'm cooking slowly and we're not frying the chicken, like we're not deep frying it, we're pan frying it, and our water is almost ready and our puppy is being curious. I have my broccoli here on a cutting board and a knife. I'm not going to pre-rinse it because I have this convenient steamer bowl and I can just shake it up. So I'm just gonna get right to it. Cut the ends off, the leaves. Now you can leave this bigger or you can do it smaller like I am. I'm gonna cut most of the stems off just because for this recipe I'm really more into the tops of the broccoli. So I have the broccoli here. I might actually just dice a little bit. Now this can get really messy. If your cutting board is slipping like mine is, you can put a towel or a damp cloth underneath and it'll hold right onto it. I'm comfortable, I'm confident in just doing this quickly, but I do suggest putting something under. In fact, I'll do that right now. So I've got my towel. Put it down. Getting broccoli everywhere today. There we go, nice and sturdy. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just roughly, maybe call this a rustic chop. I've got all my broccoli into the steam bowl and getting rid of all the little bits. So, my oven just beeped, it's preheated. I'm gonna wipe up my mess. I'm gonna save this cutting board because I'm going to do a salad. So, just take the broccoli. And, I need 2 hands. Taking my broccoli, adding water, put the lid on that has holes in it for the steamer. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Don't mind my cup. And drain. I like to do it twice. Drain. Now you want to add a couple tablespoons of water and leave that in there. And this will go in the microwave for my broccoli. My water is just boiling now. Pop that in the microwave. That's my dog. We're gonna do 4 minutes. And we're gonna pop in our pasta. I'm using penne catelli, I don't know how to say that, smart noodles. Pour that in. The instructions say 10 minutes. Could be longer, could be shorter. Every pot of noodles is different. Give a little stir. So when you add noodles, they always say, oh, wait till you return to a boil before you start your timer. Depending on how many noodles you add, that could take a while. And by a while, I mean maybe like a minute. So I'm gonna let that cook. And now we're gonna move back to our chicken. It's cooking up nicely. Give it a little flipperoo, a little toss. Last time I had my mom filming with me, and it felt a little more natural than talking to myself. But I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. So that's all flipped over. So I did change my mind. I am going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So I have some rock salt, Himalayan salt, whatever, the pink salt. So put a little salt. If you could see what I'm doing to crack this pepper, you would laugh. Did all that one-handed. There we go. Gonna give it a little mix again. So our broccoli is in the microwave. For some reason on the camera the light looks funny. I don't know why. So since everything is coming along so quickly, I'm gonna put the lid on my cast iron pan. And because I'm doing that, I'm gonna need an oven mitt because the handle will heat up. So I have that. I have a pot thing, so that is for hot things. So when I take the lid off, I'll be putting it on that. Forgot to mention, so you're gonna need a strainer for the noodles, a bowl to mix the casserole in before you put it in the casserole dish, and the dish goes in the oven. Sorry if that's confusing. I apologize for my barking dog. You see something interesting outside. To start my salad while my noodles are cooking. Just give them a quick little stir. I set a timer for about 10 minutes and my chicken is doing its thing. So for my salad, I'm going to be using, first of all, iceberg lettuce. I didn't really like iceberg lettuce until recently, where I realized, well, it's not really very nutritious. It's mostly water, I guess, but it's very crunchy. I find it crunchier than romaine. We can get this darn package open. So I'm going to take out just a couple of the outer leaves. And I'm not using them. Now I'm going to cut off the end. And cut it in half. And then take a half and cut it this way. Then rotate it. Cut it right down the middle again. Pop all that into my salad mixer. And do it again. The other half. Chop, chop, chop. Spin it around. Cut it down the middle. Well, I like, with the iceberg lettuce, I like to leave it kind of big. So I'm going to spin the salad, and then the salad spinner obviously has an outer bowl, and because I'm using my largest metal bowl for part of making the casserole, I'm going to use this as my bowl for my salad. Not for me, I mean for the meal. So now I'm going to use some celery. Just going to take 2 stalks of celery, 2 strings, whatever you like to call them, and I'm going to rinse them off. Off camera, I just stirred my noodles and my chicken, removed the lid because the chicken is sort of cooked through, just needs to brown up on the outside. And now I'm going to cut the celery. So just cut off the ends. Both ends. Not using that. And my mom likes her celery small. She's not eating with me tonight, but you just cut it down the middle. And I can grab all of it and slice like this. Careful with your fingers, don't go too fast. Now all that celery is going on top of my salad. I also have some shredded carrots. So these shredded carrots are already prepared. Don't need to do anything to them. Give them a little rinse if you want to. So just take a little carrot, sprinkle it on top. A little more. I'm done with that. Now, finally, my cucumber. Trim the end. Cut the section I want to use. Remove the plastic. I'm just going to give this a quick rinse. Some people don't like the taste of the peel on a carrot, so you can slice off the whole thing, or you can do little bits like this, the way my mom likes it, and then just get rid of that. Now I'm going to cut this in half, down the middle on the top, lay it flat, seeds down, and chop. You can chop them at the same time if you're comfortable with that. So now I have my cucumbers. Just put all that on the salad. And it's done. So my noodles are almost done. My timer for my noodles just went off. It's not quite ready. The chicken, I turned the heat up a little bit to crisp up the outside. And I already had a cheese that was open. So I'm going to shred this cheese because I couldn't find lactose-free shredded cheese. I have a fine cheese grater and a bowl. And I will do that, and then I'll move on to the... So off camera, I drained my noodles, put them in this bowl, and removed the chicken from the pan. Put it in the bowl. Now I just got my broccoli, and I drained the excess liquid. And now we're just gonna put that in. So we're done with that. And now time for the sauce. So I've got my fancy can opener here, just gonna let it do the work. Open them, and then I'll put them inside this bowl. So my sauce, broccoli, chicken, and noodles have all been tossed together in the bowl. I use a tablespoon instead of the large cooking spoon to have more control so I wouldn't spill it everywhere. And now I just gotta get it into the casserole dish. Hopefully it all fits. If not, that's okay. Oh boy. I don't think it's gonna fit. Well, that's about all we're gonna get in that dish, so I'm just gonna put this in a separate dish. I did manage to get everything in the casserole dish. Now I'm just gonna add my cheese. So this cheese is very finely grated, so it kind of sticks together, but I couldn't find my regular cheese grater. This is marble, so some kind of cheap cheddar, I guess. I think I might add a different kind of cheese also, maybe some mozzarella and Parmesan. Added a bit of mozzarella and some Parmesan. Sprinkle a little bit of salt. And now some pepper on top. Voila! Time to go in the oven. We'll bake in the oven for about 30 minutes. In half an hour, and the casserole is ready to eat.